Good morning. It is me, Pearl, from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot. And we are here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy inside of ourselves, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in and our interactions with others in our external environment. And if we want to see changes, we really need to make changes within ourselves. And this is the day when we focus on our obstacles and how to remove them. We look at both sides of self. This is energy, not gender. You learn things about the person that you come to these readings about, but it's only because you come to an understanding of your own energy. And if you're finding it's hard to relate to one side or the other, it's probably the side that you need to do the most work in to see where you do the same things in your life in the same way as the person who's reflecting to you. All right, we're going to start with this first message from the Thoth Tarot. So I've been working on trying to hone the ego, and seeing as that's going to come up today as an obstacle, should keep doing that. But we come here usually for some reason. You know, if it's the twin flame journey that's bringing you here, then there's this burning desire for this person that you just can't seem to get rid of. If it's because you're seeking to shift or change in your life because you're just really unhappy, or if you've hit rock bottom, or you're stagnating in your career, whatever it is, we tend to have a motive. The motive is usually from our ego. It's either a grandiose vision or a grandiose fear. It is always an illusion, and we have to work with its illusions to sort of navigate. So when you receive these messages today, Spirit is telling us that what will be in the highest good of all is if these messages help you to hone in on this Ten of Cups, which on this card from the Thoth Tarot says satiety. And typically the Ten of Cups is bliss fulfillment, right? It's like the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, ascended to this completion level where now it's bliss, it's pure bliss. And it is the essence of what makes you feel good, feel connected, feel in alignment. It's your spiritual fulfillment versus the material fulfillment. So getting a really clear picture of what the essence of what makes you feel fulfilled, and how to find that already now inside of our lives now at 7:11 on the clock with gratitude. That's definitely something that is going to help you. So when you walk away from these messages today, if it's to have a clearer picture of the essence of what makes you happy rather than the material, physical nature of what that is, just the essence. Okay, let's start removing obstacles. I just don't know who to choose today. Let's see. Monday, I think Divine Masculine went first. Whatever, I'll just do this way because release and rebuild is the other way. So the general energy surrounding the obstacle, I've covered up my spread thoroughly here, which I pretty much have memorized, but there's always that lingering self-doubt. I know, let's just stack all these boxes up and see if they won't fall over. Okay, here we go. No, it's not on the right page. All right, hang on, because I definitely will need to reference this at some point. But the first position that we're going to look at, I know, is the general energy surrounding where the masculine energy feels blocked. So what's the general energy right now? In the headspace, we're using the Tattoo Tarot. We have the Devil. And in the heart space, we are using the Cosmic Tarot, and we have the Four of Swords. So the general energy surrounding where Divine Masculine is blocked is not great. So the Devil card, when it's in its light traits, it's really about being able to receive and enjoy pleasure. But I'm not seeing this happening for the masculine right now. This is not coming in pleasure. I'm really focused on this ferocity of this particular image because I feel this. The masculine is dealing with this aggression, and it's from watching the feminine, and it's like there's issues of possessiveness. Like, he knows that he can't keep her in bondage, especially since he's been completely silent. But he's really furious with having to like observe her in her sexual energy, in her magnetism, in her ability to attract other options. So the masculine is dealing with his feelings about the feminine's karmic interactions with other individuals. There's a jealousy here. There's a wanting for the feminine to release this bondage to the sexual energy. And he's trying to have faith in her, but he's really fighting this demon inside that is making him feel just really, honestly, really jealous. So the actual obstacle is the Nine of Pentacles upright in the headspace and the Princess of Cups in reverse, or Page of Cups in reverse in the heart space. Divine Feminine is single. She is enjoying the fruits of her labor, and she is withholding her love and affection from the masculine. And I just cannot, because the obstacle that the masculine has right now is that he is exactly in the same position as the feminine. So this masculine is jealous and dealing with this karmic lessons having to do with attachment, obsession, fixation, and he's remaining silent because of this fear he has about this feminine's energy. While he's been doing that in his own single and independent energy, withholding his love and affection from the feminine. So his obstacle is his obstacle. He's like right now very fixated on the feminine being single and able to be in other partnerships and not apologize to him and not offer him her love and affection. And yet this is why Divine Feminine has had to fly off. Right now the Falcon comes back, so the Divine Masculine is clinging to this idea that the feminine will come back, that is the nature of their connection because of the true love that's here. But he sees her as being emotionally underdeveloped, and yet this is his feminine inside of self. Very interesting. So that's his obstacle. Withholding his love and affection from the feminine and remaining single, independent, because he's still dealing with this karmic mess, whether it's him or someone else that's extremely jealous, or there's bondage, or there's watching, or there's a reason to stay silent, or it doesn't even matter, or he's unawakened to his own sexual energy, his own bondage. It literally doesn't matter what the material manifestation of this is, but what this is I'm withholding. So where did this block originate? We are getting the Justice card and the King of Pentacles. So the masculine is perceiving this obstacle to have begun because of karma that he's receiving for his own fixation on his reputation, his ego, the material. The length of time it maybe took for justice to be done in this union, like maybe there was legal matters that had to be waited for so that he could have his material stability. Whatever it is, he's viewing that this block right now, the feminine being single and withholding her love from him and seeing other people, it comes from this, it's karma. He feels like it's deserved. We've already heard him kind of going into that a little bit on Monday. He's like, I know that this took too long and that I was concerned about my reputation and I was withholding my cup, and I would like, this is karma. So he's this block is coming from this feeling that he deserves this. He deserves to lose the feminine's affection and love for what he did. So he's blaming himself. There's also a layer here that divine feminine is being blind right now and choosing another King of Pentacles, there could be a third party masculine that has entered the picture, a karmic partner. So there is a potentially karmic partner that has entered into the picture that the masculine is perceiving as where this block originates. But it doesn't originate with the person that has arrived. It originates with the divine masculine's own unwillingness to work on the focus on the material, which was an injustice to the feminine. How is this block currently manifesting in the 3D? Oh, holy shit. We have the Death card here. The Queen of Swords. And the Eight of Cups. Divine Feminine's done. She has gone into a Queen of Swords energy. She's used her discernment, her clarity to look and see that the connection that she was longing to have, rebirth, that it was dead. There was no life in it. Masculine that she was attached to, she couldn't resurrect him. There was nothing that she could do, no strategy that could get him to walk away from these cups and finally choose her. So for the feminine, she has cut the masculine energy off. She has walked away and left him behind. That is what has happened in the masculine's experience. This is how this block is manifesting. He now has to walk away and go towards his higher calling to transform and bring about that truth and clarity and directness that would heal the situation. What will help remove it? Here's the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands upright. What would help remove it is if divine masculine left his isolation, left behind this victim mentality that, oh, I did all these, it's 7:22 on the clock, I did all these terrible, awful things and I don't deserve this now, and victim bullshit, left that behind and offered marriage. This is sacred union. The Four of Wands chose to establish the sacred union of the twin connection, to come into union in the South. No more victim mentality. No more, oh, this is justice because I did this or that or the other thing, but just heal those old wounds that have kept you from being stable and in healthy relationships. And we see here a feminine who's balancing here at the center. So putting the feminine at the center of healthy relationships, putting your heart, putting your feelings at the center of healthy relationships, this is what will help remove this block of feeling like this is karma, that you know, this person is seeing these other people and withholding and all that kind of stuff. Who or what should I release from my past to move on? Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. The masculine energy needs to release a karmic partner himself. The masculine hasn't moved forward because of his own karmic partner that has been lingering in behind the scenes, blocking the reunion. He also needs to release this mindset that comes from these victim mentality wounds from the past about rejection, fearing the rejection of the feminine. So for the masculine, there could be this very jealous, controlling energy that is crept in, distorted maternal energy, and it's still causing him to fear the feminine. It's still causing him to fear rejection, abandonment, all of those things. So he really has to heal those wounds, and he's got to let go of the past. He has to let go of how he withheld from the feminine. As long as he's focused on that and not forgiving himself, he's not going to be able to come forward. He's just going to have to watch her leave. What can I learn from this current pause? Three of Pentacles and Temperance. So Divine Masculine is learning how to build a sanctuary of safety within himself in partnership with feminine energy inside of self. He's allowing this healing to take place, the balancing that happens in Temperance energy, which comes from the divine. Tuning into the divine helps us to navigate our emotions so that they're not so tumultuous, but that we can maintain balance because we know that we are working in partnership with a higher power, right? He also is learning how to come into partnership to collaborate and work with his own feminine energy inside of himself. What can I look forward to once the obstacle is removed? Three of Cups upright. And the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is what is happening right now. Divine Feminine she has ended the relationship and maintains boundaries with the masculine until he clearly has walked away from the toxic behaviors of his past. So once he actually leaves this victim mentality behind and comes in to offer sacred union, he will be able to celebrate the union with his original feminine. This is the first Three of Cups. There are two in this deck. And this is the original drawing. He will be able to celebrate with his divine feminine, who will no longer be in this aggressive energy where she's blocking him. She will welcome him. Okay, so that is the masculine obstacle. Let's go to the feminine side of self. Now remember, that obstacle was also yours. If you were a feminine watching, the obstacle that the masculine has, it's part of your energy. So you have to figure out exactly how that relates to you. Just looking at it through myself, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I'm in my single and independent energy, and I'm withholding my cup from the masculine because I'm angry and upset that he hasn't communicated at all. And this block has originated because the karma that where I've been doing this work and healing my wounds and preparing to receive has brought in another option for me that I could contemplate as a potential direction that I could go in, because I am feeling still hurt, wounded by the masculine energy, right? So you have to do that same work. You have to go through each position and be like, wait, okay, how am I the same? How am I doing the same? I have victim mentality, right? I'm like, my person did this to me, right? He gassed me up and then he didn't do anything and he keeps doing it. And it's so fucking annoying, right? So I'm in that, like that energy is coming out of me and I'm feeling like a victim, like he's done this to me. So I have to release this idea that the masculine has done anything to me. He has not. All the time that he's taken has awarded me all the time I needed to heal so that I can have healthy foundations in my relationships. And I need to release my rejection of this past person that I want to be with purely because I'm angry, which means I'm learning how to control my temper and work with other energy so that it's not just about me. And then the result will be that I will no longer be blocking this ability to have a union. That is the work you must do in this collective if you want to heal. If you want this to be true, if you want the person you're focused on who may be a masculine identifying in gender or whether that's biological or not, if you want that person to do this, you have to do this too. That's how this works. So I hope that helps you. Now we're going to go to the feminine side and look at the feminine. So this is the obstacle in the mind, okay? The obstacles I just said, these are the obstacles in the mind that are more about our material thoughts, the way we exist, take action in the world. And now we're going to look at more of the things that exist about our feelings, the thoughts and feelings we have. It's like an interplay. So the general energy surrounding this block, it's a familiar card. We already saw it today. The Death card upright in the headspace and the Ace of Swords in reverse in the heart space. And look, it's that skeleton from this Death card. There he is. We see the rib cage again. Same guy. Okay. So what's the experience here? This, by the way, is the Field Tarot in the headspace, and this is the Ostara Tarot in the heart space. So my feeling is the energy surrounding where feminine is blocked is that because of a lack of clarity, because of the confusion that's coming from her awaiting this rebirth, these old ideas about this masculine energy, that he's a dead fish, that he's not going to do anything, a cold fish, that he's not going to do anything, that he's just going to lay there and decompose and there will be no rebirth. This is the general energy. So divine feminine, because of this, she's ended things. She's like, can't see a different way. She can't imagine a different outcome, a new outcome. And so rather than continue, she's decided to just end things. That's what's she wants to transform. She wants to transform her thinking about this masculine. She wants to transform, like either she wants to realize that she's been focused on a false twin and turn her attention to somebody who's more of like who's actually called, or realize that she's been so just in her old wounds, in the things that killed her in the past, that she can't let go and she can't see the masculine any other way. She wants this to end. She wants this time, these old things, these old thoughts to go away. And this is the block. Queen of Wands upright and Queen of Swords in reverse. The block is that divine feminine has had her glow up. She's beautiful, magnetic, attractive, powerful, visionary, and filled with her sense of worthiness. This is causing her to go into overdrive, overthinking, boundaries, defensiveness. There's even a bit of magician energy here, manipulative energy, conniving energy. There is a little bit of like, come see, like Like, oh, you're gonna give me this sort of energy. Well, I'm gonna give you this right back. 7:33, and she doesn't want me to talk about that because I think she doesn't want to admit to herself that this ending has been so painful. The only way to endure it is to really go into that really tough, like confident, overconfident energy. But it's a bit of a mask. Where did this block originate? Here's the Judgment card in reverse. The Nine of Cups upright. And the King of Swords in reverse. So, Divine Feminine is pissed because this masculine energy is withholding his feelings and all of the abundance that he has from her. And if I really let myself think about this, if I really let myself think about how pissed, like I keep seeing my person go to every single concert of every one of my favorite bands with other people. And I'm just like, fuck you. You're not sharing that with me because you're scared. I have no compassion. I like definitely resonate with this needing new ideas because right now this could be my masculine and I would be like, oh yeah, I did that. I literally murdered him with my thoughts. Because the level of cold, the level of cruelty to like fucking rub that in my face. Oh, hey, look, babe, here's another one of the songs I put on the playlist that you put on your playlist for me of these bands that you really like that you couldn't go and see with me for the last year for some fucking reason. So here we see, and I'm letting it out on purpose so you can see how this is an obstacle. What do I want? I want union. Who do I want it with? I don't know. I don't know. Because the person that I thought I wanted it with is turning out to be a real fucking asshole. That's how I feel, right? Can you see the block so clearly in my... And I'm not holding back right now because I want it to be seen. I don't want to mask it, right? I don't want to hide it. It's shit. It is absolute shit to treat someone that way. It is not okay. This judgment that I'm having, how you could dangle this wish in front of me and then lie. It's not okay. So yeah, I'm blocked. I am blocked because I can't see you any differently. All I can see right now is this guy, and that's how I want him to look. Because I don't want anyone like this around me. And the divine masculine knows that. That's why the block right now is your energy. The block right now is you being like, no, you prick. No. Go to another fucking show. Go to another fucking show without me. Right? Go dance with another bitch. Let another bitch grind up on your dick on the dance floor. Go do it. And then be upset at me because I have somebody who likes me? Fuck you. Okay? How is the masculine going to get through that boundary? Because that's a hard boundary to get through. And it's real. If my masculine showed up with flowers right now and a big smile on his face, honestly, I don't know what I would do. I would be like, what is wrong with you? That's the block. Divine Feminine has to let go of this judgment. She has to forgive the masculine for doing what he did. And if she can't forgive him, she's not forgiving herself. She's being like, how did you let him do that to you? How? How did you do that? How did you do that? How did you let that fucking fantasy like keep you from living your life, keep you from seeing other people? How are you doing that right now? If the divine feminine holds on to that judgment and keeps judging herself like that, she's not going to be able to move into any unions with anyone. So it's a real problem. And I want to keep talking about it. Like, I want to keep being like, what an asshole! And that's the problem. She's fixated on it. There's a reason why when we chose the decks this morning, which incidentally, if you want to send me a deck to help support my channel, we get these beautiful opportunities. We could have gotten a lot of aces of swords. I have over 20 some that we could have had today. But it wasn't any one except this one. She wants to kill this. She wants to kill it. She wants to end it. She wants it to be over. She wants death. She doesn't want to think about it anymore. She doesn't want to. It's like I can't be with him, but I can't shoot him. Like, just, like she just wants this feeling to be over. She wants to be able to feel something new. She wants to be able to come into union, but she's so hurt. Right? And what did we know about how that's harming us in the headspace? Victim mentality. He did this to me. Let me validate you. The person that you are focused on did things that hurt you 100%. It is likely that the person that you are focused on did not intend for you to get hurt, but you did anyway. And it was because they were reckless, careless, emotionally underdeveloped, selfish, etc. But the person that you chose is a reflection of you. And learning how to love a person who makes mistakes is how you're learning how to love yourself, because you make mistakes. How do we know? I just showed you my mistake. My mistake is that after over a year of bullshit, I started to take it personally. This masculine didn't do this to me on purpose. Does it mean he's not an idiot? No, he's a fucking idiot. We're all idiots. That's the point. But if I can't forgive him for being an idiot, how the hell is he going to show up with flowers? Pictures of flowers sure are not working. Real flowers might work a little better, but I don't know, right? I don't know, because I have to remove this obstacle. My ego is so wounded. How is this block currently manifesting in the 3D? King of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. I can't fucking make it up. There's the Page of Cups in reverse over here. We've got two aces, two offers not being made, not being accepted. We have the divine masculine worried about the feminine, not accepting offers, not making offers. Can't make it up. How is this manifesting? Well, the person she's focused on is unwilling to take action. Therefore, she is unwilling to take action towards this connection, towards this love, right? She's holding back her offer of love. She's withholding that spark, that emotion, that feeling. Sorry, this is Page of Wands, not Page of Cups. So she's holding back the spark of affection. She's like suppressing it. She's refusing to allow it. She's really honestly refusing to allow it. She's not going to pour out this cup anymore. There's more than one person in this Ace of Cups. This is about friendships, connections, etc. So the divine feminine is turning her back on the masculine energy, on taking action towards him at this time. She's focusing instead on pouring out her energy into other relationships, but she's also having trouble truly kindling a spark with anyone else because of this stuff that's still in her headspace in regards to this masculine who has done nothing in her perception. The accuracy. Shocking. What will help remove the block? Rude. The moon in the headspace and the 5 of Wands in the heart space, both upright. Whenever I get a part that's like, what will help remove the block? And then the answer is like, secret block. I just want to like punch walls. There is a bit of mystery here that Divine Feminine really needs to explore. There is something to do with temptation and adding in more energy into the 4 of Wands, which we saw the masculine needing. What will help remove the block for the masculine is no longer thinking of himself as a victim and actually starting to establish healthy relationships based on that healing journey that has taken place. For the feminine, we're seeing this. This is the divine feminine. This is fully illuminated right from the moonlight. So there's mystery, anxiety, and fear. And divine feminine is truly just afraid of this union. She's afraid of it. And there's not really a mystery there because the mystery of her fear we already saw. I mean, aren't you afraid? Look at this guy. He looks hollow. And he's got a weapon. He could kill you with his lack. Right? That's so frightening. So it's not really a mystery. I think what will help Divine Feminine remove the block is to admit she has it, which I did today. So hopefully that will help. It's funny though, because admitting it, I'm like, yeah. So how can I remove that block? How can I remove it? Because that person hasn't changed, hasn't interacted with me any differently. And you can see the block. I keep seeing the block. How can I remove it if the person hasn't changed? What would help remove it? If I could believe the person has changed, which means there's something I need to fix, some subconscious belief that's saying men don't change, right? Something like that, or people don't change, not necessarily even men, but people don't change. So I need to go work on that. Is that true? No, it is not true. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Listen, I'm an old dog and I've learned a lot of new tricks, okay? I just put a fucking trap beat in my newest song. Like, come on. That's not true. There are some beliefs that are so stuck. And I also think Divine Feminine is tempted to stay in this stuck energy because I think that the fear that she is going to get trapped again and controlled again and hurt again is strong enough that she would rather just be like, well, you know what? Now that I'm magnetic and attractive and I can like have all the, D that I really desire, maybe I'm not going to be going into the studio today either. My studio day got canceled yesterday because Pico the cat was missing. But we did find Pico the cat. He was in the garage. He's fine. He's on his third life, we think. So Divine Feminine is like, listen, I'm banging. I'm like smoking hot. I have all this. I have this huge vision. I'm a star. I'm attracting everything I possibly could desire. So let's stay stuck then. I don't want to be around you if you're going to just hurt me. So whatever. I'll just be pissed at you and you stay over there and cry into your cereal and, I'll be fine. I'm used to block. I'm used to being in that. I'm used to being in the dark. I'm used to being kept hidden. I'm used to being a secret. Oh. You're used to it. You're used to the discomfort. That's where you've always been. You've always been a secret. There's stuff you gotta dig out, Divine Feminine. I don't know about you, but I'm fucking super annoyed because I'm like, are you serious? How much goddamn subconscious reprogramming do I need to fucking do? And the universe is like, all of it. All of it. You have to do all of it. And you're old. And you've lived with a lot of that subconscious programming for a long time. And you are an old dog. And you can teach an old dog new tricks. It just takes a long time, okay? So, who or what should I release from my past to move on? I'm so mad. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, upright. 7 of Cups, upright. Devil in reverse. I'm done. I want a new job. This job sucks. I have to read myself to filth every day. God damn it. Look, the Divine Masculine also has to release the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles is in reverse because this is the distorted feminine energy, okay? That's not doing so well. Rejecting his offer. So his ideas, because this is in his headspace, his feelings that the past connection he has are going to reject and abandon him just like they always have. Sound familiar? Because right now you're like, oh, my person feels that way? Yeah, so do you, right? How do we know? There it is. What does this feminine need to release? The feminine energy in this card, she's upright. Girl is pregnant. She's fertile. She's abundant. She's prosperous. She has her own foundation. She's independent. The Queen of Swords is more independent than she is probably, but because this is more of a family sort of an energy where she's like the maternal energy. But then it's coming out with the 7 of Cups and the Devil in reverse, which we already saw the Devil over here. The Devil is in the details, and the Devil is coming with a lot of other options. So what does this look like? Karmic options. And this card, it's alcohol. So here we go. Here's our intersection. The feminine energy right now is entertaining other options, whether that be karmic partners, substances that will help numb or take away the pain or the frustration, or just help with the boredom of patiently waiting for this birth, which is never taking place, kind of a feeling. This is also an Empress energy of just waiting, nurturing. Okay. So Divine Feminine, it looks like you've been nurturing a karmic connection or karmic options, or you've been nurturing yourself and allowing yourself to indulge too much. So if your person has issues with substances, with alcohol, this is that. If you have issues with that, this is that. If you are entertaining other options outside of the person that you want to be with, this is that. What can I learn from this current pause? The 10 of Swords in reverse and the Magician. You can learn to manifest the end of separation by co-creating with Spirit. Instead of trying to do it on your own, by doing it with Spirit. You ask for something and it will be given to you. But you have to take your focus off of being stuck, right? What will help remove it? Finding out why you like being stuck so much. There's something in there for you to find out. There's a fear. We know what the fear is. this terrifying, emotionally detached, unexpressive, silent, masculine energy. So you're learning right now how to end focusing on separation and instead focus on co-creating with spirit. There's healing hands here. There's healer energy that's coming from that card. You're healing the wounds, the betrayal wounds from your past. Those are the things that you're learning right now. What's interesting about this, what do you need to release, is identifying the identity of the individual that is one of the options that you're still holding on to. I saw a really interesting TikTok about false twin yesterday that made me be like, oh my God. This idea that the false twin is the one who you think is your person, and it's never that person. And I was like, oh my God, freaking out. What can I look forward to once the obstacle is removed? The Hierophant in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is old ideas. And this is overly emotional, like emotional underdevelopment, right? Not being able to navigate our emotions, being controlled by them, being emotionally manipulative. The control and power that had over you, this will go away. You're being too empathetic, too compassionate. You're learning how to release that. Once you get rid of this ego-based, fear-based defensiveness, 7:55 on the clock, and tune into your compassion and your ability to have faith and trust that you are receiving exactly what you're meant to receive. Moving out of that overthinking, out of the headspace, out of the ego's desire for control, you'll be able to have a sacred union, not based in these old ideas about what that means, or based in the fantasy or over emotionality or emotional reactivity, but to have real authority and have mastery over yourself. Okay, let's look at the oracles to help heal the twins. Divine Masculine, you are currently in the light attributes of the warrior. This is strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. And you have left behind any shadow attributes of trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, or the indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. So there is definitely a reality where you are definitely facing the reality that you have inflicted suffering. And you're now really trying to conquer that ego and conquer the fears that are keeping you from being able to realize your desires. This heaven is watching over you card is in reverse. So you're feeling a bit like, left behind or something, like why do things work this way, or why don't they work this way? And you need to tune into that feeling of nurturing and protected energy, which you have to release this feeling, whatever this past maternal energy that neglected you. You're really needing to come into the light that the true maternal energies never abandoned you, never neglected you. You've been held. That feminine energy has been within you, and it has been something that you can tap into. And it is part of our connection to the divine. Take time to breathe out, Divine Masculine, is in reverse. I feel you've taken enough time. The Nine of Wands being in reverse is like, all right, buddy, you done licked your wounds. You're fine now. You're being a little too sensitive. Like, you took your time. Let's get this show on the road. There's definitely a feeling of that coming from the card. Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Excuse me. What book am I getting? No book. I didn't take it out today. Hang on. Because I don't know the protection of Dragonfly Spirit. All right. This is number 22, of course, which is definitely union energy. And the message is, did you really think this world of the senses is all there is? From the hidden mystical realms, signs are being sent to you, but perhaps you have perceived separation and convinced yourself that you are on your own. Have you fallen into spiritual amnesia and forgotten your connection to a living, loving, always supportive universe? If so, rub the sleep out of your eyes, for Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of all the love and support available to you in every moment. There is an organizing principle underlying the events you have experienced, and Dragonfly Spirit can help you see it and trust that Spirit has your back. Let go of the illusion of chaos and randomness. Love is here, so follow the signs that appear serendipitously. As you pay attention to the magic all around you, you will know you are on the right track. All right. And then we are getting this rebirth card that we got the other day, only we're getting a reversal on it, which is odd because I don't have reversed cards yet in that deck. So let me give you the reversal message from Rebirth. When rebirth is in reverse, it is a reminder that transformation is neither painless nor easy. One must die before resurrection can occur. One must leave behind their former self as the sacrifice for something better, more divine. This card reminds you that you have to be willing to change who you are if your goal is to improve the life you have. Challenges are a part of growth that cannot be avoided. It is a necessary transition that serves not only your highest good, but all of the collective. Very poignant, Divine Masculine. And here is your healing energy. Yishi Sogyal. 333 is the frequency from this. And it is number 33 card. A lot of double numbers for you, Divine Masculine. You shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent, so stay connected to your path no matter what, and continue to apply yourself. Allow your spiritual path to support you in all areas of your life. Live by your spiritual beliefs. Seek out the support of your spiritual brothers and sisters for help when needed, but also trust that you are intimately and directly connected to the powerful divine light within. There can be a dramatic healing breakthrough when you rely upon your spiritual connection. Remember, enlightenment is a team effort with extraordinary individual players working together as one. You belong to such a team. Tiger Spirit's medicine can control the poisons of anger and hatred, transforming them into passion, clarity, and unwavering commitment to one's higher purpose. You have the precious gift of such a path. It is good karma to have such a path, and it creates further good karma when you pursue it. To activate this blessing, be determined to prevail. Fully empower the beneficial workings of the light in your life and in our world. Truly, you are a light worker. Embrace it and live it. Wow, that's a powerful message for the masculine energy today. And this, wow. The universe is funny. I saw this card at the bottom of the deck, and then here it comes again to me. Divine Masculine, this is your theme for this week to help you remove obstacles. It's the Eight of Cups, and it says indolence. I've never seen an Eight of Cups say indolence before. Usually it's walk away from toxicity. There's something like some other word that would imply like to depart or to leave, but this card talks about this image, the masculine sitting there in indolence, doing nothing. That is what is toxic. Not making change is what is toxic. The divine feminine has had to leave because the masculine refuses to change. So this must shift. And he's been given all of the healing he could possibly need for that to happen. So good luck, masculine energy. Let us see. Okay. Now for the feminine. Divine feminine, you are in femme fatale energy right now. You are in the light attribute, which is highlighting the erotic energy of the feminine and opening your heart when your dependency is rejected. So, divine feminine, you are very attractive right now, and this is coming out with, I shit you not, the Don Juan card. So, you can have anyone that you want right now, because of your seductive qualities and your open heart. And if you release any karmic option, any of these karmic options that maybe you've got people on the back burner that you're like, oh, well, if this doesn't work out with my twin, then this is fine, or this is fine. Or maybe the person that is your twin is on the back burner. If you can stop nurturing these connections that don't mean anything and actually make a choice and choose yourself and choose what would feel good and what would be in alignment, you can absolutely have what it is you desire. And I'm excited because I'm going to see a person tonight that I definitely want to use this energy on. So yay, that's good. I'm excited about that. It's very good. Yay. Okay. Divine feminine, be sweet. This is the sweetness card. You're not so sweet right now. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I called my divine masculine a fucking asshole today. So I'm not very sweet. And that's part of the problem, right? The block. I'm not so nice right now. I'm not so nice. You fucked me, and not in a good way. You fucked me by not fucking me, and that made me really mad. Like, I don't like that, so I'm not being very sweet. If I want to really be able to fully be in my seductive qualities, I need to be a little sweeter. The thing is, I know who I want to be sweet to. I'm going to be sweet to that person. That's who I'm going to be sweet to. I'm going to be sweet to the person that is reciprocating. That's my rule. That's the only rule that I need to follow. I don't need to follow any other rules. I don't need to be like, well, I need to wait for this to happen, this, that, and the other thing. No. All that I have asked for from the divine is reciprocity. Am I getting it? Yes. Do I want some more? Yes. How can I get it? Continue to be sweet. But if I'm holding a grudge or angry or pissed against this person that I'm perceiving to embody my divine masculine energy, then I'm holding on to this judgment. Inside, I'm holding on to this idea that even this person that's reciprocating right now and being really sweet to me, there's that fear, right? This doesn't only apply to the person that I'm thinking is my twin. This applies to every person that I interact with. There is this fear that their emotional detachment or their emotional withholding or something, that they're going to hurt me. So I need to release that. And I need to be sweet. Because it's a time to give. rather than to take divine feminine energy. Now, I do not interpret this as going now to the person that is your twin who you've cut off from because you have established a boundary with, and then going and being like, hey, I'm sorry. I just want to be really sweet to you and like give you what you need. No, I am not suggesting that one does that. But I am suggesting that you take the stance in your life in general. How can I give in this situation? How can I give to myself rather than try to take that from other people? Right? How can I give myself security? How can I give myself affection? How can I give myself these things? Once I'm doing that, then I can give to other people. If I'm not giving to myself, I can't give to others. And if I'm trying to take what I need from others, then I'm not learning how to give it. So this isn't about going and giving your divine masculine who's been a shit a hand job. This is like giving yourself that. And knowing that because you're valuing yourself and healing those wounds inside of yourself, this person who is a reflection of you will change, because you have to embrace the masculine energies lesson that change is possible when you take action. Remember, you're reluctant to take action too, divine feminine. A new romantic cycle begins. This is in reverse. When I get a reversal on this for me, it is right now. And this is new moon in Libra. So there's the justice. There's definitely some karmic stuff going on because the justice card is here, the scales, all that. I definitely feel that the feminine is engaging in a karmic cycle right now. It's already begun. It's already happening. It is blocking union with the twin. And it's sort of up to her to determine which twin it is. The thing is, she knows it in her heart. Moth spirit, surrender now. Alrighty, let's get a good old moth spirit here. This is 39 in this deck. Excuse me. Moth spirit asks, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when moth spirit appears, it is time to consider if you have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all the other pursuits that matter to you. Now is a time for surrender and radical acceptance so that your drive does not cause you to flee or fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control so that you can relax into a more balanced way of using your moth spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts so that you can enjoy what is as you allow for what might be. Wow. I'm going to rewatch this and be like, fuck, that's so tracks right now. And again, so I must have just not been paying attention, and that deck must have been upside down. But I'm going to go ahead and read the reversals because it happened for a reason today. We're getting mischief, which says, keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, for there is something trailing behind your tail. Divine feminine, you're getting into trouble over here. I'm like, bitch, I don't care. I'm going for it. I'm getting full into trouble. If I'm already in trouble, I'm gonna get in trouble completely. Here, let's see. Be warned, when you have pulled the card Mischief in reverse, there are people around you who may not have your best interests at heart or will seek to step on your back for their personal gain. Likewise, a situation may not be as it seems. There could be hidden dangers lying in wait. Be watchful and make sure you look around corners before moving ahead. Divine Feminine, look out! The fucking keywords for this are clever and naughty. Okay, girl. Girl, you're in this energy right now. Don't forget who you're in this energy for. You're in this energy for yourself, right? It's for you, right? It's not for anyone else, right? It's for you. Wow, Varapatra. This just came out for someone last night. This is the healing energy for the feminine right now, and it's the Ace of Cups energy. And your Ace of Cups was in reverse in your reading, so I think you better listen. You better listen to this card. All right. Out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. The sacred chalice reminds us of our potential to hold, but also of the generosity of the universe in providing for us so we too can be held and receive all we need. This may be recognized as a sign of a future blessing, of something truly desired finally coming to pass. This is the feminine way, allowing her method rather than blocking her loving creativity in our lives entails the movement from head to heart. You will trust what your heart knows. It says, as you invert your priorities from ego to soul, you'll invert your locus of orientation from head to heart, from outer to inner reality. You will trust what your heart knows, whether or not it makes sense to your logical mind or to anyone else's for that matter. This oracle foretells a happy, heartfelt manifestation, a true blessing coming to life. All right, Divine Feminine, good luck with that. Here is your theme for this week. Prince of Discs. This is the Page of Discs in the masculine energy. So for me, this is working on really small steps towards material wealth, health, prosperity, well-being, etc. But it's also taking your time and I think relishing in every small material gesture. Now, here is something I'm going to say with some conviction. I believe that any interactions in the 5D or on the internet, on our phones, etc., those are immaterial. They are not material. They're not. If it's not handwritten, it's not material. It's temporal. It can just dissipate. It has no physical consequence. So the only gestures that you should focus on this week are tangible physical gestures, not indirect stories or songs in posts, not captions that might be for you, not like a look, a flickering look that you got from some. No, the only thing that must matter and the only thing that you must be invested in is tangible gestures, no matter how small. A real bouquet of flowers versus a picture of one. a verbal communication that can be heard, a tangible verbal communication. That is what matters. And you need to be engaging in those actual steps. So just thinking about the job you want to do is not doing the job. It is preparing yourself to make the tangible steps, but you need to take the steps. Okay. We are now closing with the final cards for the union. And we have another one in reverse. Okay. A lot of reversals today, a lot of resistant energy. This is where I tell you, please go to pearlspairs.com. The link is below. You can book a personal version of this reading. You can book other styles of readings on the site. There's a button you can click support just to send a gratuity for this free reading that I do for you every day. You can also send me a deck there. You can listen to my music. I would love for everyone who watches this to do one or all of those things, because I need a car and I need to pay my rent and I need to buy my dog food, and I can't do any of those things without you. So I do appreciate all the support that you send my way. And when you're booking personal readings, I'm getting to help you because this is a collective reading. There are going to be things that apply, but there are going to be things that don't apply. You don't know exactly where you are in your journey. So those personal readings are going to have a lot of value for you. And they are going to change after the new year. I'm not going to have virtual readings anymore. It's just going to be pre-recorded because of time that it takes. So right now, you have the opportunity to have a personal Zoom session with me. And you should take advantage of that from now until the new year. All right, so that's all the announcements I have for that. And in terms of scheduling, I shall be back tomorrow morning with a Tell Me Everything spread. Friday is Release and Rebuild. Saturday or Sunday, Grace Strega and I will be doing our TikTok live readings for an hour, followed by a reading on Instagram of the Divine Check-In. And then I will swap out one of those days with a Tell Me Everything reading. I might actually do, since the full moon is on Thursday, I might do, instead of a Tell Me Everything spread, I might do a full moon release spread on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. We'll see how I feel about that. Okay, here's the final cards for the union. You both are in the shadow attributes of the healer right now. You are taking advantage of those who need help or failing to care for oneself. I think you're failing to care for yourselves. One of the biggest things here says the ability to help transform pain into healing. Right now, Divine Feminine, your pain is becoming anger. And Divine Masculine, your pain is becoming indolence, inertia. Okay? You need to transform that pain into healing. Actually heal the wounds. Divine Feminine, why are you so mad? Think about it. Why are you so mad that the Divine Masculine needed time? Think about it. Like, why is that something that you feel is personal? I know, because my ego was like, because why do you need time? Why would you need time to know that you loved me? But that's really not what the masculine needs time for. You can see how your ego is sort of determining why the masculine is doing what the masculine is doing, where you have no actual information about why the masculine is acting this way. So you have to look at why you're mad, because why you're mad is rarely about anything that the person was intentionally doing. And you can be mad. It's not like you can't be mad. You can be mad. But you say you want union. There's no union without forgiveness. So you can dwell in your anger and prolong the separation, or you can release the anger and focus on union. It's really up to you. So both of you have to do that work. That applies to the masculine too. I was just saying that from my perspective as the feminine. Move. Make a move. Make a move. Don't let pride get in your way. You're both doing the same thing, and it's so dumb. I love you, but it's the dumbest thing. It's just like, I love you. And the other person's like, I love you too. And then you're like, fine. And the other person's like, fine. And you're like, okay, great. Well, you better tell me or else I will still love you and not talk to you about it. Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. This card haunts you. This card haunts you. It's been haunting us. I mean, I know it's Scorpio season. I know there's been death left and right here, but just this Vulture Spirit is like, can you please just accept that this is true? And here's the protection message. Do you wish you could run away from your past or deny your mistakes? Not so fast, says Vulture Spirit. You have gained something valuable from the experience. Let your grief or anger move through you, and soon your emotions will transform, where you will come to see that you have learned and grown. The alchemy of transformation is a gift from Spirit, so never disown what embarrassed, disappointed, or shamed you. It will soon be a source of great wisdom and strength as you work with the magic that allows miracles to be created out of sadness and beauty to arise from ugliness. Vulture Spirit wants you to know that you embody beauty, and the alchemical transformation of the past is happening already. Hang in there. You are so loved, and so much beauty is waiting to come out of all of this. You are getting this message. Haunted. The breaking of the floor beneath your naked feet. The creaking of the walls as the cold kisses flesh. You're never really alone when in the company of hauntings within the bone. Ain't that the truth? This is number 21 in the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle. And we're getting the protection message. Let's see. When haunted is in reverse, be warned of the company that you keep. You're getting this again. Are you holding on to a victim mentality? Are you allowing your demons to be harnessed for feelings of pity and sympathy? You may not even be conscious of this. Victimization is almost always a defense mechanism, a way to control the amount of hurt and pain you feel. But we all know what happens when you cry wolf too many times. Be sure your hauntings are real and not a ploy to play the damsel in distress. Wow, my decks are being so rude today. Okay, the Sovereign Queen Maeve. This is the healing. We're not going to be able to do the healing process today just because I have a lot to do before my session. So I will just read some of the healing messages like I did for the other two cards, but we won't have the healing process. If you want the benefit of receiving a healing process, whenever you book a personal reading, I end the reading with one of these cards from the White Light Oracle. And I highly recommend this Elena Fairchild deck. It is beautiful and very powerful. This is the Sovereign Queen Maeve. Value what is sacred to you by protecting it from interference, even that which may be well-intentioned. Be compassionate, but set firm boundaries. You are going to triumph over a negative situation. It will take courage, but you have more than enough inner strength, resourcefulness, and boldness to accomplish what you wish to attain. Do not give up. You have the ability to connect with higher worlds, so open your heart and mind to light. Maeve is the instinct to engage when challenged, to call on recruits, and use all the inner wisdom and talent at your disposal so you can assert the light and refuse to be put down or denied your rightful place. It takes feisty refusal to be dominated or controlled. It also takes the wisdom to recognize that one can lovingly accept all that is without judgment, whilst discerning when and how to set a firm boundary, lest sacred space be trampled upon and defiled by ignorance. Committing to your spiritual practice requires the self-possession to know what matters to you, irrespective of whether another or society in general can recognize the wisdom in your values. In Sanskrit, Varaj is self-rule, and as the meaning of Raj is also radiance, it can also mean self-luminous. Do not allow your destiny to rest in the hands of others. Recognize that light within you is your true ruler. You have the power to light yourself up with spirit. Commit to what you can do and believe the realms of the divine are working with you. Do not be dissuaded. You shall be victorious. All right. I'm happy about this card that we're ending the whole reading with, because this whole reading had a bunch of karmic cycle bullshit in it. And the theme for this week is this card, the universe, completion. Get it done. Clean up the mess, the karmic mess that is in here. You are inviting other energy in because you're afraid to complete the cycle and come into union, period. There is nothing else that is blocking you from union except yourself. 100%, both of you. And if we look very closely at this reading, and I don't really want to admit it, so you know it's probably true, the blocks had 4 cards, and every one of these cards has the feminine energy on it. And I don't know about y'all, but that really pisses me off, because I absolutely do not want to be the block in my own happiness and my own union. But this is definitely, clearly a problem right now, that the divine feminine has decided to shut down these feelings and emotions for her person because of the wounds she's received from her ego. Now, this means your person is also doing this, okay? So the twin that you are focused on has shut down feelings and emotions because his ego is wounded. You have shut down feelings and emotions because your ego is wounded too. So you are called right now to learn some lessons. Now, there are those of us that might be learning those lessons through karmic partners right now. That's where we're at. But separation is a gift. Separation gives us the ability to work out this kind of stuff so that we don't do it while we're in union to each other, right? It gives us the space to heal that we need. And then when that person comes in for you, listen, it's going to be clear. It'll be very clear. There will not be confusion. It won't be like, wait, but this and that and this is this. No, you're going to just know. There's going to be certainty. You're not going to be guessing. You're not going to need to wake up tomorrow and read and get a tarot reading because you don't know where your person stands. Because you did the work that allowed you to enter into relationships that will not give you that insecurity anymore. But if you're not doing the work, if the masculine side of self is not taking action, if you are not meditating, if you are not reprogramming, if you are not seeking out the wounds for healing, if you are just sitting there wondering when the masculine is going to change, well, I hope you like me, because you're going to see me for a long time, because you're going to have to keep coming back and being like, why is this happening? Why is it still happening? Why is it still happening? Why is it still happening? And it's going to still be happening because you have resisted healing. You've resisted letting go of victim mentality. You've resisted letting go of those attachments and addictions because you are still not quite ready to experience what you've asked for. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with how long that takes. There is no reason to be upset if it takes a long time. It really doesn't matter because you're learning mastery. So it's just going to keep getting easier and easier from this point on. You found me and I'm here for you. And there's a bunch of content that you can go look at. if you miss me when I'm not here. But there is a lot of opportunity for you to achieve mastery in all different parts of your life so that things keep getting easier and easier and easier. Trust me. I've done the work. It works. There's other people who have done it. There's all kinds of ways. This is just one way. Thank you for being here. I want to honor you for staying to the end of the reading, for going all the way to the end to receive your full messages and your healing, knowing it is about you as a whole person and not just about the person that you might be focused on. And it's 8:33 on the clock, 3 people in the room. And hey, let's have union today. Anybody who wants to tell me they came into union today, just hop into my email over on pearlsprayers.com. I would love to hear it. And I'm going to go and have a good day. I'm going to record vocals for a song that last night I realized I needed to stem all the stems for the. I did drums for it on my own, and when I went in to discuss like the prep for this session, my engineer was like, "Oh, did you use a sample for the drums?" And I was like, "No, I just made it sound like I did," which is cool. But now that we want to remix it, I had to like take each sound and make a stem from it, which I don't know why, but in Ableton, if you use this one sequencer thing, you can't individually route each sound. So I had to listen to the song 8 times last night for the 8 different sounds and the beat that I needed to get. And I was like, well, I have all the lyrics memorized now, and I should have no trouble with that tomorrow. So I got to go work on that one today. You can actually hear an early version of it. It's on YouTube and everything. It's called Wake, Pray, Make, Play. I always accidentally call it something else, but that is what it's called. And then you can hear all of my music that I released this summer on Spotify and all the music streaming services. So go enjoy Pearl and the Prayers, and I shall see you tomorrow and let you know how my night went. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.